All right, hi, this is Atticus, and welcome to Railway Empire 2 Campaign Mission Revisit, Chapter 5, Part 3. So we built out our second four-city cluster down here using basically the same design. One little tweak here, we made Auxerre a pass-through kind of deal to Reims. And yeah, other than that, this one is identical in its design to this one over here. Now, the money's rolled in pretty nicely. We need 12 cities with express status, so we're just going to do some rapid expansion to get that done. We need this Paris-Reims-Frankfurt express line, so we need to obviously get out to Frankfurt. And the tools to Paris will come once we grow Paris to 85,000, and we've got our tools and our steel plant in Luxembourg. So if we can get iron ore and coal down to Luxembourg, then we can start producing steel and make sure we have logs running in there. We can produce tools, and that will allow us, we've already got a line that runs from Luxembourg to Paris to exchange goods and manufacture goods, so we can bring those tools to Paris when the time comes. Now, the first thing we want to get out to is this guy out here, the Frankfurt. So let's buy access to this region. Now, this station, does it have anything? Oh, we didn't buy that, did we? We only bought the access. Okay, we need to buy that out. I'd like to buy that out. And let's look at our money. 2.47 million would be our biggest bond. Shoot. Let's just go. Let's get some more debt. Always good. Not really, but it's okay. Buy this out. Now, do we want to blow it up or do we want to keep it? Okay. So, we've got a line, Paris-Reims. We've got Reims to Luxembourg, so it just makes sense to have Luxembourg run right on out here. And we decided to keep these for some reason. This is going to come in here. So I say we'll run this line just underneath like that. We'll see how that looks from the topography point of view. Let's plan on having a station in Frankfurt that's kind of pointed like that, and it's not going to let us. Why not? Cologne, we have, oh, that's right, we bought Cologne, pun intended, I guess. We kind of wanted to keep the station. I don't really want to anymore, but it's already got maintenance on it. Why don't we go ahead and hook it up to Brussels, and then that would allow us to go ahead and build our Frankfurt station. So let's run a line like this that comes over that and comes into the Brussels passenger station. Something like that. That actually looks pretty good. That's the left side to the left side. Now, I don't know if that's going to work. We'll see in a moment. Will this work right here? It does. Good. Sometimes those angles aren't quite right to cross over that track, but that one worked out just fine. Now we got maintenance here, so we may as well keep that and put in, oh, there's a warehouse here. There's a warehouse in Cologne. Maintenance and a warehouse. All right, we can live with that. That would put, tell you what we'll do. We'll just run a passenger line from here to here. A couple of trains on it. All right. Now that we've got that connected, we can build our station in Frankfurt. Let's turn it around this way. Let's look at our topography while we do it. We'll want to come right kind of through here and right behind that. Okay. So this will be passenger station in Frankfurt. And it's going to run down right behind that. Probably, I think underneath this, yes. Picturing where this is going to be delivering. Actually, keeping those stations is a little bit of a pain, to be honest with you. But the fact that it already has a warehouse is nice, and we couldn't build one that cheaply ourselves, I don't think. So let's build that and see what happens if we go here. Here, that worked beautifully. Okay. We've got a double track. We'll put on. We've got switches. We'll put on signals, and let's get a tower down here, and let's get a line started. Paris, Reims. Paris passenger, that's not Paris passenger. This middle one, Paris to Reims to You won't believe what I forgot to do. Okay. There. Now let's redo these. Alright. Try it again. Paris, Reims. Paris, Reims, Frankfurt, Express. We're just going to run one train because we really don't intend to keep that line. Now, what we do intend to have, though, is a Frankfurt to Luxembourg Express line. A couple of trains on it, okay? Then we're going to keep expanding this. We can go to Castle. Let's go on up to Castle. Put Castle here. And now, based on Luxembourg is what? It's a restaurant post office. We're going to want to do repairs in Frankfurt. And a post office. And we're going to want a restaurant and a post office in Kassel. And we'll run Kassel to Frankfurt Express. 2 trains and go. Then we want to go, I think maybe Gütersloh 2 different ways so that Gütersloh can take passengers in a lot of different directions. Let's get access into this one. What would it cost? We need access into this one probably. And let's buy this guy out. Let's get a little bit of cash. What's your problem? Without freight, don't worry about that. That's not a problem. Okay. Buy this route. And then, we'll definitely throw away the track. Now the stations, Bremen's actually in a pretty good position here, but it brings nothing to the table. Gütersloh has nothing either. Okay. Well, Kassel to Gütersloh is going to be one of our runs, and it's going to be we'll need maintenance up here. Maintenance and post office. We'll double track that. Set our switches. Signals and tower. And did we put a towel here? We did not. Did we put a tower on this big thing? Yes, we did. Okay. So we've got this one ready. Let's go from here to here with express line. One train will do for that one. Now let's hook this up to Cologne as well. Oh, and in Cologne, this is really going to end up being a freight station if it has that warehouse. We can use it as a warehouse and set up some city growth here. So let's give this a passenger line on the... Well, we're gonna have to cross over no matter what. Let's go on the inside. Let's put one right here if we can. Oh, we got Bremen up here. I forgot we got this. I hate having these things. Honestly, go away because we're gonna have to connect. I want Hanover in this as well, so I want to do like. Hanover here, and it'll be restaurant and post office. Track to Gütersloh. Get off those hills. Go and double track that, and switches. Pairs. Okay, now we can go up to Bremen. It'll be repairs and post office. And track to Hanover. All right, and supplies, and we'll run a line from Bremen to Hanover, express to 6 to we'll keep it at one train. There we go. All right, now. What are we waiting on? I've forgotten. Okay, we're at 11 out of 12. Once that Bremen line gets a status, then we'll be good. We're working on that, and we're growing Paris. Let's see. Paris is at 68.4 with an immigration office, so it's doing okay. What could we do better with Paris? It could get wood more timely. It probably is a little low on just trains coming in here. From the warehouse. Yeah, we only got one train coming in here. 11 days, we want at least, let's see, we'd like to have probably, if we have 7 goods coming out of there, that would be an 8 frequency. Yeah, we want at least another train on that Paris line. Yeah, there we go. That'll help. And we probably ought to look. Lille and Brussels should be good, and Luxembourg should be good as well. Let's just see if we're emptying out the warehouse timely. Okay, we got some backup. We could look at, like, say, Brussels. Brussels has 4, 5, 7. It only has 7 goods in there to take out, so one train shouldn't have a problem. Another way we could look at it would be to look at the Brussels train. And now it's 50% because it's never taken anything the other way, right? And I don't know if it's going to tell us 50% with the exclamation saying it could have taken more coming out. I don't know if it'll tell us that. I wish it would. Here we go. Notice this one. Train could have loaded 7 more wagons at France North. So that tells me that the Lille train could use some help. So let's give Lille another train. And honestly, let's give Brussels the same courtesy and throw another train on there. All right, cool. All right, so we're getting out through here. Let's just keep expanding. Let's go down here and get Weimar. We're going to have to get this one as well. To get down here, we're going to need this one. Oh, sorry. I'm sitting here watching it on pause. Not doing any of us any good. And we'll take access to this one. And we want this as well for future tasks. And I'm going to take a quick little peek here. Let's just all look together at what's coming up after this. So we are working on this section right here. So we're going to buy Madam, connect 21 cities, express status Paris, Frankfurt, Berlin. So we want to go ahead and get that line started. And then look at this, connect 1 million citizens, 7 different goods, and express status Paris, Berlin, Eindhoven. Okay. So that just tells me we need to immediately get in here and go probably off of this, and maybe we could do off of this directly to Berlin, and then kind of swing off to Magdeburg and swing off that way to Magdeburg. Either that, or we could go Hanover, Magdeburg. I wonder if you went Magdeburg to Hanover, would that allow you to go to Kassel? And I know an easy way for us to find out. Let's put a train station here in Magdeburg. And let's look at Hanover and say Hanover is restaurant post office. So let's put repairs in Magdeburg. And let's put a post office in Magdeburg. Well, let's connect this station to Hanover, like this. Let's double track it. This. And give it switches and signals and supplies, and let's run a line from here to here. Express. A couple of trains. Okay, now let's just see where you can go. Not very many places. You can go to Hanover. You can go to Berlin. That's not with us. That's with our competitor. Gütersloh and Bremen via Hanover. Zelina Gore, that would be our competitor too. But what we want to see is like Cologne. We want to see that you can go Gütersloh, Kassel, Kassel, Frankfurt. Can you go Frankfurt or Kassel? I don't remember seeing either. No, you can't go there. So this is not quite good enough. So I think we're going to need Kassel to. Well, the other thing we really could use a line from Cologne to Gütersloh. We really could. I think that would help everything. Why don't we just put a passenger station down here and think of it as it's going to connect to. We could even move this over there. We'll see. We may keep it there just to keep from having to cross the track. It'll be our one exception as far as mixing freight and passengers. So this guy here has maintenance in Frankfurt. So we wouldn't have to have maintenance here, but do we have maintenance in Gütersloh? We do. Okay, that's beautiful. So we can just run Cologne to Frankfurt and Cologne to Gütersloh. And our main purpose right now is really Cologne to Gütersloh to see if we can get more of that north traffic flowing further south to more cities. That's what we want to see.
I see you are making progress to integrate conquered companies. Good work. Keep it up.
Okay, so all right, we got our Paris, Reims, Frankfurt Express, and we're still waiting on one city for our 12 with express status. And let's just look. Have you gotten it yet? Yeah, this train has not achieved that goal yet. Not sure why. It should, honestly. Now I forget where we were here. I think we just laid the track. Let's put switches on this side. And repairs, supplies. And get Cologne to Gütersloh Express. A couple of trains. Okay. And now that we have that going, let's just see where Magdeburg can go. All right. Now they can go to Brussels and to Cologne and Bremen and Gütersloh, and can't go to Luxembourg. I think we might want Kassel to Magdeburg to kind of fill that out. But the other thing, I'm kind of forgetting what it is we're really here for, which is to get out here to Berlin. Get a station in Berlin. It's going to hook up to Magdeburg, which is repairs, and it's going to hook up to Kassel, which I don't think has repairs. It does not, so we're going to put repairs in Berlin as well. Repairs and a post office. Okay, and you're going to go a couple of different places. I want you to go all the way down there. Right side to right, nope, right side to right side. Okay, and double track this back. Signals and and supplies. And Berlin to Kassel Express. You bid 3 trains. And I've forgotten where we are in research. We are, oh, yes, we want that. 100 for cheaper buildings. And then Prussian doesn't help us much, but we can go over this way to get down to some of this. Let's do 200 for reliability next. Okay. And we want a Magdeburg to Berlin line for sure. So you go over here. Looks good. Like so. And Magdeburg, Berlin Express. 2 trains. Go. And then we want to start a line. Oh, and then we want to make a little cutoff right here. Off of that track. Kind of a little bypass around Kassel, if you will, but also makes a fairly straight connection, so that we can then set up our Paris. And before I go down that road, let me double check the requirement. Look at my cheat sheet here. The next one up for us is, shoot, I'm just gonna have to go back where we were here. The next one up for us is, we just did Paris, Reims, Frankfurt. We want Paris, Frankfurt, Berlin. All right. So that Paris, Reims, Frankfurt train, probably that one. We're going to take Reims out of it and make it Paris, Frankfurt, Berlin. And it can work on getting an express status for that line in advance of when we'll need it. All right. So, and then the only other one is Paris. I think it's Paris, Berlin, Eindhoven out here. We'll work our way out there in a little bit. So we can also get down here. I do want to buy this out for $450. Okay, and we'll kill the track for sure. Now the 2 stations, this works out pretty nicely. Can we use this station? It's got nothing in it. It kind of points, it's pointed right into the mountain. It's a horribly placed station. Problem is, if I delete it, I got to delete this one. Oh, okay. So let's just kill this one. That would have been my natural instinct anyway. All right, so let's go here and then let's build one here. It's going to have to point that way somewhat. I want it to swing around this way to go over to, what is that? Whatever that city is, I've forgotten. Dresden, maybe? I honestly don't remember. Let's just skirt the mountain like this and then merge into that track like so, and then double track it over there and put in switches on this end. And probably wouldn't hurt to put like a supply tower down in this area. And then this is restaurant. We know this one doesn't have repairs, so we'll put repairs in Weimar. And a post office. And we'll go Weimar to Castle Express. A couple of trains. There we go. And then we want to hook into Dresden here. Like that. Okay, and repairs post office. This will be a restaurant and a post office. And we'll run trains from Dresden to Weimar. A couple of them. Okay. Now, the fact that we don't have this yet is baffling me a little bit.
Mr. Nagelmacher's is currently
do
working
now.
on
Yeah, we
securing
just got
permission to buy shares. By the way, I managed to get our hands on a small amount of shares of the Berlin-Potsdam Railroad. Use them wisely.
The Berlin-Potsdam Railroad. What is that? Is that this one? Okay. Oh, look at this. We already own 25% of Madam Ward. Let's see. Values 2.94. Got a lot of debt. We probably need to clean that debt up a little bit. But if you look at it, it's going to clean itself up here in about 2.5, 3 months. Ooh, what are you? This is Luxembourg to Reims. Okay. Fix that easily enough. Right there. And then, are you the same thing? Yes. Both of those trains are hurting. Ooh, there still isn't an industry here. I can't believe this. I guess they're holding it for us. Now, if they're going to pay for it, we'll take it. Now, let's just look to see. We got dresses here and nothing here. We would have liked to have had the clothing over here, but that's all right. That's just fine. And over here, I think a dairy with a direct line for milk would be a nice way to go. And that would be a useful thing. We could do planks with a direct line from the lumber would be okay. I think a dairy. Yeah, why not? Dairy in there, which basically they paid for most of it for us. Now we're going to want it to be, well, what can it produce? It can produce 0.8. The city right now wants 0.7, so it can basically feed itself. If we upgraded it one, it could feed somebody else, possibly. Okay. And what we could do here is set up a line off our poorly pointed milk. I hate keeping other people's messes. Let's do this. Let's double track this line right here. Let's double track this. Put a switch down here so you open up both station platforms and give it signals so this little train can just run into wherever. And then we're going to run off of the milk and run a direct line from the milk, which should already have repairs. Yes. We'll run a direct line off of here into into Paris. That. Okay. And then we'll double track it. So it's got repairs, it's got switches and signals and supplies, and it's ready to go. And we'll run a direct line since we're now needing more milk. Running full like that. And if it doesn't have any right away, that's okay. All right. So now we should keep that industry going. Paris is up to what? 66,000. But look at this. It's not great. So here we're getting into the hard part of city growth where we're starting to need a lot of manufactured goods, and they're not getting enough. Are we running Oh, we're not even running vegetables. We can fix that. We've got our vegetables up here. Even have our station up here. Let's run a line. How do we go do this? I'm going to run. Well, let's see. Let's come out of this station first. Let's go down here. The freight line like this. And that's not too bad. Okay. And then I'm going to give it 2 tracks. No, I'm not. Let me take that back, please. I'll go like this and into here. And then I want this track to be able to swing. No, this is a passenger line. We don't want to mix them. So what we're going to do is swing off of this. We'll come off of this freight right here and merge with that. No, and not merge. I'm determined to merge with that track. And we could. It wouldn't hurt a thing. We're going to run separate passenger lines. Let's try to stick with it as much as we can. So this is a freight line. Yes, it is. Okay. All right. Good deal. And then we'll double track that. And yes, I haven't forgotten about the production here. We got to get that cranking probably next. And I see missing signals on this line. Okay. Now, and what we want, this one has repairs. Yeah, good. All right, we want to come out of this and we want to go to here. Track 1 running full. Go. All right. And it'll probably be, well, it's going to go to Brussels, Lille, Paris, okay, to all of them. And let's give it a buddy. All right, so let's get vegetables down here into this system. Now we could think about putting in Reims a product that would help Paris. Let's see. Let me think about this for a second. Oh yeah. Let's get this going. Let's get our production going. Luxembourg, we got these industries here that are basically loss leaders right now. And honestly, they're not going to be much better than loss leaders ever. But they're a necessary evil. So we'll go to the station, put in repairs. And we'll go to Grimsel Stop. Sounds like something out of Harry Potter, doesn't it? Over here. Want the bridge. Double track, sort of. 700. Oh. It just doesn't get that double track. Go in here. Kiss that. Kiss that. Come up here and use one platform. Put signals on it. It picks up supplies. Got repairs down there, so let's go here. Shoot. And put, come on, put switches on this end. Okay. Run full out of track 1. All right, and now we want coal. This is a passenger line. We need to really kind of swing the coal. Actually, if we could run the coal to here, and then we could run, I mean, we could even go this way, but I think I'd rather go the other way. So why don't we come off of, well, actually, let's just do this. Let's go up here, make a more direct path, and come up here like that didn't work. Didn't like the angle coming off of there. Sometimes you have to kiss it first. There. And up here. Now that'll get us part of the journey. Now we need to get here over here. We'd probably be better off running like this and merging into here, or like the let's do this side. Let's go here. We won't need repairs. Go down here, cross. The city boundaries are going to stop us. Try this. Let's come off of this and ignore the city boundaries and go like that, or go around the city boundaries rather. That's okay. And and we'll run coal to Luxembourg. All right. So that should get production of that going. Now, the other thing we can do to make sure this is cool is it needs lumber for the steel production, and we don't want it to just be relying on what's coming out of that warehouse. So we will run a direct line. we'll run a direct line from the lumber down here to Luxembourg. And let's see, we'll come off of this into track 4. This and into track 4. And we can run from here to here to that freight station out of track 4, running full. Go. And right now he's waiting for goods. Now, do we have anything to ship? We don't. This guy hadn't leveled up yet. Let's see. I would expect him to get his act together. If not, would he want us to buy him for a ridiculous price? He probably does. Sometimes these guys do not want to level up. Some of these rural businesses. Case in point. Right here, this guy does not. 1.5 million. Okay, this is one of those highway robbery ones. For goodness sake. Milk. Fruit. Are we running enough fruit? Oh, we're not even running fruit at all. My bad, my bad. We can fix that. Okay, we can have a line from here. We can have it come out on this. This. And we can. It'd be best to really bypass. Oh no, we can't. It's getting crowded here. I don't want to go through that, and bypass is going to be hard. How are we going to do this? I'm just going to build track. Let's go here and across and into the system over here. My bad, my bad, my bad. That's a shame on me right there. All right, so we're going to want fruit. Going to the warehouse. And it's sending some for all of them. Okay. And we're also going to want to put fruit over here, I suspect. We're not quite there as far as needing it. Let's look at our buildings again. We can do some more immigration offices, like here, and here, and here. Speed up the growth in this cluster. Let's see what's happening here. Coal is on its way. We have iron ore. We'll start making steel. Lumber, some on the way, not enough. I wonder if we've drawn a bad deal here with this guy. 8, we're just going to buy him. This is unacceptable. Level 1. What kind of log demand do we have in France? 1.4 to 3, 4, 5, 6.5, 7, 8, 8 or 9. So we need to bump this up at least to there. And really, it wouldn't hurt a thing if we could take it to here and have plenty. There we go. Now we're generating some logs that we can get out here. Now, what are you? Breakdown maintenance. This must not be a repair. It isn't. It is now. And this one is oil. That must be what? Oh, this little line going back to Strasbourg. So let's put supplies over here. That's the line kind of going out the back door. We gained 9 million. How could that be? Quarter over quarter. Went from 6 to 14. That's 8 million. Well, how did we do that? Look at our passengers. It went up 2.5 to 5. Mail went from 2.5 to 7. Production is negative. I hate owning businesses. I really do. But yeah, pretty good quarter. I mean, geez, we got all kinds of stuff going on here. And look at this. We've stalled out. Okay, here's what we're going to do in Paris. We're going to go city buildings and get a beautiful building, the library, and put it over top of our immigration office. And that'll give us 10% more demand satisfaction. So this number will go up based on that library being there. And so you'll see it just steadily climb up to, low mid 60s, and that will keep it growing. And we need to do better than that, of course, but at the same time, it's really not easy to have all these manufactured goods. We need somebody to be making planks. Why don't you and Reims make planks? Factory planks. And then getting stuff out of here pretty well. I mean, this train probably just dropped off, and yeah, we're emptying it very, very nicely. We could potentially use more Moro Terminal. Is that what we call it? Oh, I didn't rename this one. I want to call this one, if this is France North Level 1, I want this to be France South Level 1. There we go. And let's grab the wool's an afterthought here, and we'll call this wood. And wood to France South Level 1. I'm going to put another train on that. Okay, and these are probably, they're all Strasbourg. So they'll get repairs when they get over here. They're holding up everything, though. Let's do this warehouse. We got 2 trains on this. Let's make it 0. Get those things out of the way, and then make them 2s and start them over. Let them redeploy. Okay. Now, if we're going to make planks here, we need to get them. I really want them to come over here. I'm more interested in Paris growing than anybody else. Everybody else grows, that's beautiful, but I really want Paris to grow. So I want this thing maybe to be able to go either way. I see that. Let's come out of here first. Let's come out of here. That's within the city limits, and then go to there like that. That works. And this to this. And let's run a freight train from there to there. And let's see, out of Paris. You know what? Out of Paris, just come back empty. This is just to take stuff to Paris. We're not trying to drain the Paris setup. But if we could get something that's worthwhile to take out of Reims and take to Paris, that would be great. Okay, and I can't just sit there and watch it because the clock's ticking. So we got Brussels, Cologne to Brussels. Let's put supplies right there. Now, what was I looking at? Let's set up one more thing, and then we'll declare success. I don't think we have that line running. But we do. Paris. Is this the one that's Paris to Frankfurt to Berlin? Yeah. Okay, we've already got that running. Hopefully we'll see an express status on that. And here we go. We've started making steel and tools. Getting them ready to go. 73. Okay, we're getting there. So should finish that off next task or next episode early. Sorry, what are you? Cologne to Brussels. Oh, we just put a supply there, so that's taken care of. And we want to keep expanding. We want to keep keep going out and out and out and make our income higher and higher and higher. Sorry, higher and higher and higher. It's up over $1 million a week now, which is good. It can be better, and we need more city growth, I think. And we've got this warehouse here. We need to use this. We're accumulating money so fast. I literally cannot spend it fast enough now, which is, as problems go, it's one of the better ones to have. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join us for our next Railway Empire 2 video. Thank you.